I'm so sick of every single Monday morning waking up and feeling like I just had a really bad dream and then realizing, no, it wasn't a dream. I just spent 3 hours of my life actually watching the Baltimore Ravens play football. And it's crazy how every single Sunday I can convince myself that we're finally going to start playing like a team that's capable of winning a football game. And yet, Sunday after Sunday, they keep convincing me, oh, no, 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 we're garbage. Welcome into the show. My name is Joey Peterson, obviously. Not over yesterday's loss to the Texans, not over the 1-4 start. So today we're going to overreact to Ravens versus Texans. We do it every Monday morning. I look at 5 things I've seen on social media, 5 things I'm going to hear a lot of Baltimore Ravens fans talking about and saying, and we're going to say whether they're overreactions or if people, have a right to feel that way, or if they're how I feel as well. Before that, though, I want to know, and this is a big can of worms I'm opening up, what is your one-word reaction to the Ravens season so far? Mine might just be disappointment. Mine might be embarrassment. Or mine might be losers because they're just playing like a bunch of losers right now. You let me know yours in the comment section down below. And with that, we'll get into our first overreaction. Number 1, the season is over. I've seen this a lot. I've heard this a lot. I would be lying to you if I said I haven't been partaking in any of this language so far. And it's hard not to. But I do think that this is an overreaction. Okay? I do think it's an overreaction. And let me speak before you click away and never come back again. You are 1-4. If Lamar Jackson somehow, by the grace of God, comes back next week against the Los Angeles Rams, and you win that game, you are 2-4. And then you got 11 games left. Your schedule after the bye, the opponent's win percentage is like .427. Your schedule after the bye is so much less difficult than it was before. You can still eke out 8 wins out of that if everybody kind of starts getting healthy again. And I get it. They weren't that great before when they weren't healthy, right? Like when they were healthy, I mean. Those first 2 weeks, this defense wasn't that great anyway before they all started getting hurt. But I don't think the season's over yet. Now, if you fall to 1-6, say you come off of the bye week, you're playing Chicago at home, extended rest, a lot of people are back, you lose that game, stick a fork in it, it's done. And I'd be fine saying it. Overreaction number 2, worst defense in Ravens history. This is not an overreaction. And Avery, if you go into the Big L3, you will see a couple of stats that we actually used in last night's video, and they just kind of tell you how bad this Ravens defense truly is. Did you know that this team is on pace to allowing the most points in a single season in the history of the National Football League? Did you know that? That is exactly how bad that it has been. 602 points. That's what they're on pace to allowing. Are you kidding me? 35.5 points a game. And we told it to you last night, but 2023, your team let up 280 points. So far, through the first 5 weeks of the season, this team has let up 177 points. This is the worst defense, not only in the history of the Baltimore Ravens franchise, but in the history of football right now. Literally. The worst. And that's why it's like so hard to have a lot of faith this year, because you're like, if Lamar Jackson comes back, can this defense stop anybody? Or is it just going to continue to be bad? You're in a tough spot, man. I need you to do something for me. Grade the defense through week 5. A, B, C, D, or F in the comment section down below. A means obviously you think they've been doing good. If you're grading them an A, then you're a Steelers fan. F, probably right. I'd probably give them a D-. Actually, screw that. I'm giving them an F. They haven't done anything good. On to number 3. Excuse me. The coaching staff has to go. So, we have overreaction, proper reaction. This one, I think, is a proper reaction as well. It's been 18 years since the Baltimore Ravens have hired John Harbaugh. It's been 13 years since the Baltimore Ravens won a Super Bowl. His message has grown stale. Sometimes you just need to make a change. Sometimes you just need to move on. That's just what's best for your football team. The definition of stupidity is doing something over and over and over again, expecting different results. Well, for the last 13 years, that's what this team has been doing. And right now it feels like you are through the first 8 years of Lamar Jackson's career. And it's been an absolute waste. Now, part of that, obviously, Lamar Jackson has struggled in the playoffs. Yeah, for sure. But a lot of that is on the shoulders of John Harbaugh. It truly is. And Zach Orr, he's a joke. Todd Monken, I still like Todd Monken, but I can't say he hasn't been great. I can't say that because he hasn't been good. It just feels like it needs to be a clean slate. Probably later today, honestly. Stick around to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications not to miss it. I might do a John Harbaugh replacements video. We'll see. Something you need to replace any other app you have on your phone with is our PrizePicks app. If you download that today, use our code CLNS, you get $50 lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Today's episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Josh Allen's pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns? You can now pick all of them in the same lineup only on PrizePicks. PrizePicks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You could double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that flex play, okay? So say yesterday I would have flex played this lineup. Here's my lineup for the Ravens-Texans game. If I flex played this, it didn't matter that Derrick Henry didn't get more than 19.5 rushing attempts. He only got 15. But because C.J. Stroud did more on the passing yards, 212.5, and because Zay Flowers got 5 receptions, which is more than 4.5 receptions, if I would have flex played that, even though that square did not hit, you still would have won money. So download the PrizePicks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Link to that promo is in the comments and description of today's video. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. On to number 4, my fourth overreaction. So we got overreaction, not an overreaction, not an overreaction. You have to win versus the Rams. It is in the middle of the two, but I think it leans a little bit more towards not an overreaction. Because if you don't beat the Rams, you're 1-5, and like I said, you could go 9-2 for the rest of the season, and you'd probably still end up making the playoffs. Hell, you could probably, after starting 1-5, maybe 8-3 does it? I don't know. Probably not. Regardless. Sure, you could still make it in if you lose to the Rams. But you don't want to put yourself in that position. Because you still have to play Green Bay. You still have to play Pittsburgh twice. You still have to play Cincinnati twice. Like, you have hard games coming up. Minnesota. Like, there's a lot of really good teams you still got to play after your schedule. Just because the schedule gets easier doesn't mean it's easy whatsoever. And so I hate to say it, but it feels like in week 6, you are at a must-win game against Los Angeles. I don't know. It's kind of what it feels like. Hopefully Lamar Jackson plays, because if you don't have Lamar Jackson, I don't know if you can win a football game with the state of this defense. Number 5, this team might not win again. That is an overreaction. Okay? That is an overreaction. This team's going to win another game. When you're in the middle of a winning streak, and this is for all of sports, not just football. When you're in the middle of a winning streak, you feel like your team is never going to lose a game again. And when you're in the middle of a losing streak, you feel like your team's never going to lose again. Never going to win again, excuse me. That's just kind of the way it goes. And so, yes, you're playing horribly. Yes, you're 1-4. Yes, the playoffs seem as bleak as ever. But to say this team's not going to win another game, I think it's wrong. I think that's wrong. You play Cincinnati without Joe Burrow. You play the Jets. You play the Browns again. You've got winnable football games ahead of you. Now, is it going to be fun? No. Do you have to win most of them, if not all of them? Yeah, I'd prefer that, honestly. But to say this team might not win again, I think that's an overreaction. That's going to do it make sure before you get out of here, predict the Ravens' 2025 record for me. Hold on tight real quick. I'm going to do something funny, and I'm going to go back all the way to my record prediction back in, I think I put it in July, I believe. 2025 record prediction 4 months ago. This was in May. This is going to be embarrassing to see. Because I think I predicted us to have 3 losses, and so far through the first 4 weeks, we have 4. Okay, my final record prediction is 12-5. It's still on the table all the way back from May. However, that's not my current record prediction. I want to know yours in the comment section down below. That is going to do it. Make sure you got me followed on social media, Twitter, Instagram, at JoeyPeterson8. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to change that. Hit that subscribe button. Daily videos right here on the Baltimore Ravens Rundown.